What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to talk about AMC, GME as well as the overall broader market, and after that we're going to check the options flow for all three of them. So today AMC was up for 2.06% for the day. It had a high of $15.39. The average volume on AMC is around 40.85 million, but today's volume was around 26.14 million, which is definitely going down from last couple of days. But why the stock is going up is just because of the overall broader market is having a pretty good solid sentiment towards the upside. Now that's what I've been talking about in my videos, that if the overall broader market start going up, AMC and GME also gonna get dragged along with it, and that's what happening in both AMC as well as GME. Now let's come over to the GameStop. Now GameStop was up for 3.99% for the day. It had a high of $142.37. The average volume on GameStop is around 3.42 million, but today's volume was around 2.49 million. The volume is not coming in, so you can imagine if we have super green days in the SPY and there could be a huge amount of volume that comes in GameStop, this thing could go to the another level. Now we know what happened yesterday in the GameStop. It went up to almost $151 and then it got dragged down within an hour and a half to $139. Now this price that sustained today is a very good and positive sign towards the stock. And I personally think we might have some sort of a upward momentum still left into the GameStop from here onwards. Till the time the overall broader market is going to go up from here onwards, though I don't believe we have a lot of upside in the stock market. It's just that we are waiting for the earnings, which is going to get started from the next week. We have big tech earnings starting, which is going to indicate if we are in some sort of a big deep recessions. All these companies are laying off their staff. What is their profit margin? What is going to be their guidance? These are the main role player in the stock market from here onwards. Now that's what the overall broader market is waiting for. If they get some sort of a good news, we might have a short rally. If there is no good news, we might experience some sort of a downtrend from here onwards. Though we are due for a big downtrend, there is no good news out there. The inflation is out of control. The Fed hasn't even started cutting down on their balance sheet. This is just getting completely out of control day by day. But we are just here to make money. Every opportunity is good. Either it's upside or either it's downside. It doesn't matter. Now let's come over to the SPY. Now SPY was up for 1.91% for the day. It had a high of $385.25, which indicates that the SPY hold the day today pretty well. Usually what happens is if the market has gone up quite a bit, it might go down significantly the same day, or we might have a pretty drawdown in the aftermarket. But this seems to be a pretty bullish signal from here onwards, and I personally believe that we might have some sort of green days coming into the market from here onwards. And we have big tech earnings. Netflix, Tesla are the biggest name out there next week, and we just have to wait and see how their guidance is going to be, what's going to be their revenue. Now let's come over to the options flow for the AMC. Now we increase the premium to max and see what exactly the whales are doing. Now all these whales are buying call options. Though this is not a way too much huge amount of money, but it is still quite a bit of money for a lot of individuals. And they are all betting that the AMC is going to go up from here onwards. And the best thing about it is this, that they are buying very short expiration, deep in the money call options. And they are expecting AMC might show some boom boom green candles coming into the stock. When I bring down the premium a little bit and see what exactly the mini whales and the retail are doing, now majority of them are onto the downside and they are buying these put options and they are betting that the AMC is going to keep going down from here onwards. And now when we have a look at the put to call ratio, that's quite a tough fight that we are having right now. 54% is the put option, call option is 46%, and the volume is pretty heavy on the call side. The premiums are pretty good on the call side as well. It's almost 50-50 fight between the retail and the market maker, and let's see how this is going to play out. Now let's come over to the GameStop. Now increase the premium to max and see what exactly the whales are doing. Now majority of the whales are onto the upside and they're buying way too much deep in the money call option. They're betting that the GameStop will keep going up from here onwards. And the most exciting thing is that they're buying 187 days expiration call option. That means they're giving enough time for themselves, and even they're buying way too much deep in the money and they're betting that we are going to have some sort of aggressive momentum coming into the GameStop from here onwards. Now when I bring down the premium a little bit and see what exactly the mini whales and the retail are doing, now majority of them are again onto the downside and they are buying a lot of put options. Now, when I look at the put to call ratio chart over here, majority of them are onto the call side and 48% is onto the put side. The volume is pretty heavy onto the call side. The premiums are pretty good on the call side as well. Now, majority of the option flow is onto the downside in the mini whale section. and they are buying these $150 put options that's going to expire in 33 days, which is a slight bit suspicious. But majority of them are also buying call options with absolute confidence that the GameStop is going to go up from here onwards. Now let's come over to the options flow for the SPY. Now we increase the premium to max and see what exactly the whales are doing. Now majority of the whales are onto the upside. We can see it for yourself. 53.8% is the call side and 46.2% is the put side. The volume is pretty heavy onto the call side. The premiums are pretty good on the call side as well. Now, by looking at the options flow, there were few trades which were a slight bit suspicious, and there are pretty bullish bets. This individual was buying a $392 call option that's going to expire in 5 days, and he's buying 13,250 contract, and he's paying $1.74 million for it. It's a out of the money call option, and that's going to expire in 5 days, and he's betting over $1 million that the SPY is going to go up from here onwards. So it's pretty good news for the overall broader market, and I personally believe we are going to go up from here onwards, but we just have to wait and see how long this is going to last, because we are not at all in a situation when these rallies are going to last for too long. Now, when I bring down the premium a little bit and see what exactly the mini whales are doing, now mini whales were buying these $366 put option that's going to expire in 61 days. So there is a sufficient time that they are giving to themselves. Even if we had some sort of a rally in the overall broader market, they are still betting to the downside for the SPY from here onwards. Though we have found a gap in the SPY right now when we have a look at the chart of the SPY. Now we can see over here there is this one gap over here that has come recently into the chart of the SPY, but it doesn't matter. Sometimes we just keep going up from here onwards, and then we might have a big downfall. Now we have some major gaps over here in the SPY in the 400 zone, and we don't have any good news which can actually fill up these gaps, or we might have some sort of a aggressive momentum coming into the market from here onwards, like the one that we saw in the month of March. Now we just have to wait and see how this is going to play out. But I personally believe these upsides are not going to last for too long. We are going to go in a severe downtrend. Let's hope for the best and see how this is going to play out this week in the market. So thanks for watching my video. Please like and subscribe my channel, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Cheers.